Okay, so Harriet Tubman, this is part 3. It's really hard. I have super short fingers. It's really hard for me to go 3. This is part 3. All right. Harriet Tubman, yeah. you can't beat her. You can't beat her. She was known as the Moses to her people. So people who lived in slavery were being rescued out of slavery by this woman. She carried them out of bondage and into freedom. And she used any means necessary. She was the kind of woman who said, if you're going to follow me, you're going to follow me, and I'm not going to let you down. I'm not going to let you turn back, and I won't let you give up. And girls, that's who you need to be. You need to be that for your kids, for your brothers and sisters, for your friends in the faith. So I had 3 quotes that I wanted to share, but there's a 4th one, and it goes like this. This is the deal. Okay. According to Harriet Tubman, her statement is this: there was one of 2 things that I had a right to: liberty or death. If I could not have one, I would take the other. For no man should take me alive. I should fight for liberty as long as my strength lasted. Get it, girls? Do you get it? Fight for liberty. I'm not talking about liberty to do all the things that your flesh desires to do. I'm talking about the liberty to live in Christ, to live in obedience to God's will, the freedom inside your spirit to soar in God's will. That's what Harriet Tubman lived for. Not only that, but also the physical, pulling people out of bondage and bringing them to freedom. Okay, so so pulling people out of bondage. Okay, and beauty, because that's where I started, right? I was starting with, it was Botox and blah, 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 blah. Harriet Tubman was one of the most beautiful women on the planet. Like, ever. Who beats her? I mean, can you be like her? I'm going to tell you, if you've been raised in lifestyle where, the coffee is already done when you wake up in the morning and you've never been without heat or had a day without food, you don't know what it's like to have the kind of strength of character to get through that. I challenge you to try fasting and see how far you go. I challenge that. I challenge you to do that. Okay, listen. So Harriet Tubman, I don't want you to feel like I'm comparing you. And you are not called to what she was called to. The Lord called her for a purpose, and that purpose was to bring people out of bondage and into freedom. You are called to something else. Run after that calling. Run after Jesus. His hand is held out for you to grasp onto and for you to run into what he's called you to. You are created for a purpose. You're not just sitting here to be pretty. You're not just in the United States or Canada or wherever people can understand my words to look nice and to have lip injections and to be pretty on Instagram and Facebook or whatnot. No, you're so much more than your physical appearance. Look at me, man. Who cares? That's not what's going to be. I understand beauty has its place, but it's not going to get you to the strength of character that has you carrying people out of bondage and into freedom. Beauty will not get that for you, and beauty is not your freedom. So here's Harriet Tubman. She was, I can't remember how many times I've already said it, but I'm going to say it again. She's the most famous conductor on the Underground Railroad. This woman carried 70 human beings out of bondage and into freedom. I hope I've repeated that enough. Get out of bondage. Get into freedom. Okay? Now, here's the last quote. Catch this. I pray that you catch this. Dear Jesus, I pray that every human being who hears my voice understands the words that Harriet Tubman spoke. Here it is. This is what Harriet Tubman said, this amazing human being. If I could have convinced more slaves that they were slaves, I could have freed thousands more. Let me read it one more time. If I could have convinced more slaves that they were slaves, I could have freed thousands more. I cannot wait for the day that I get to meet Harriet Tubman, when I cross the threshold out of this body of flesh and into the glory of God. I love you dearly.